It's really cool to just have people in their 20s in general on this platform to, talk about real life shit that people who are 20 years old, have to deal with.
Yes, yes. Welcome back to another weekly edition of ISD and School Detention. Thank you guys as always for tuning in on all platforms, YouTube and everything else. You're here with your host, Devonn.
And Pierce.
How you doing, man?
Not too bad, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too bad, man.
I know I burnt hella calories yesterday. All that shoveling I did.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure a lot of people got a nice little workout in.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell the people what happened with the car.
Bruh, so in the city of, I won't say the city, but in Cook County, I guess, because we're so used to where we live at, or we grew up around here. But out there, bro, you have to make sure that your car is moved on the proper side of the street when they shovel. Thank God I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get towed, nothing like that, so that was fine. Because I guess they will tell you if you don't move your car if it's time to shovel. But pretty much, guys, if you saw the video of my story, I think I'm gonna put the clip into the video when I make it tonight. Dead ass, my car was snowed up to my damn near all the way up my tires. Halfway up my tires, I was stuck, and I damn near couldn't even open my door. I couldn't open my door before I saw that shovel. I was pissed. At first thing I did was shovel her out of her spot. Because she, they have designated parking spots in there. I had to park on the street. Her shovel is so small, bro. She said, I have a shovel in the back of my car. I looked, that shovel is no longer than my arm. So I'm literally out there.
Yeah, shoveling.
Literally. Diggler. What was that game?
I don't even know.
Doug Diggler, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Bro, out there for, okay, let me not count. It wasn't hours. But I was out there for a while digging out her car because her shovel was so small. It didn't take too long. It was only like a parking spot. But luckily, her neighbor let me use her full-size shovel because if not, I'd have been out there for hours. Luckily, I started at 10:22. I got done at 10:40, 10:50. So it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad at all. Not that bad. And I have all-wheel drive. So I got
you straight.
I was super lucky. So I dug out the front. I dug out the door first. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I started overthinking. I'm like, dang, is my tailpipe logged up? Because I started my car early to make sure it could still start. So then I was overthinking.
It would have melted.
It could have melted for me starting my car.
Yeah, it would have melted if it was clogged in the tailpipe.
That makes sense, but I didn't think.
I get you though.
I didn't have count. I'm like, did the CO2 back up into my car? So I opened my car and I let the window down. I'm like, that was dumb, Devon. Now you got cold air in your car. All right, cool. So I'm shoveling. And at first I try to walk it over to the curb. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm in the middle of this public ass place. I'm putting it in the street. Fuck this shit. I'm not going back all the way over there and walking.
Yeah.
Because 5 feet is a long distance. When you carry heavy snow, it is.
Yeah.
You keep having to dig and dig and dig.
Yeah.
So fuck that. So I just put something in the street. And eventually I gave myself a little test. I went forward. And when I moved all the snow I needed to in front of my car, I then realized I had a bunch of snow left on my windshield. So then I had to go and then knock the snow off my windshield. And then I had to shovel that again, which was quick, though. That was a quick, push. And then I moved it, and then I moved it up like 5 cars up the street. More of the story is, fuck snow. It's some bullshit, and I can't wait.
Yeah, Mary, I can't wait to move out this mug, bro.
That was some bullshit. What's your worst snow story ever?
My worst snow story?
Ever.
Probably just the other day when I also got stuck. I had to actually end up spending that in my friend's crib just because I couldn't. I mean, I could have, but it was too much work just because I had to shovel too just to get back into the driveway. Man, I'm trying to move forward. Cars in front of me stopping me. And it wasn't a good time, man. So this recently, but yeah, I mean, I haven't had the worst snow stories out there. Luckily, I know some people have been sliding in ditches and running into cars, this and that. So luckily that hasn't been me. But yeah, I mean, snow sucks, man. It's not fun.
Completely unnecessary. Real life. It doesn't add to
kind of, man.
People who actually like snow kind of.
I don't have an issue with snow.
I do.
I don't really have an issue with it because it doesn't bother me when it's just out there. Like right now, it's whatever. It snows outside. It's whatever. It's just snowstorms is what sucks because then the roads get dangerous. People are snowed in. You got to shovel this. You got to do that. You got to do that. So once all the work is done, that's just like fall and raking leaves. Who likes raking leaves? You know what I'm saying? But people love the fall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or the same thing with summer. Who likes mowing the lawn? But people love the summertime. You know what I'm saying? So it's every season comes with bullshit, but there's benefits to it. So I can't say I hate snow. I don't like the cold. I can say that though. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, snow's not too bad. Just because we grew up here, you know what I'm saying? It'd be different if we were from Cali coming out here. Then I'd be like, damn, how are you guys doing this?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think for me, I've had a lot of horrible snow stories. My first car accident was in the snow. It was my fault. I was in my Chevy Trail. I was on my way to work in Kenosha. And I was going, and at first I was following the rules, but I was like, like drive slower, do shit like that. And I'm like, man, I'm going good right now. So I start going at normal speed. The light ahead, everyone's stopping and swerving. I'm like, shit, okay. I let off my gas, and I'm like, all right, I hit my brake. I'm like, fuck. This shit gets to, and I'm like, fuck. So I had a choice. Either I'm gonna slap this medium, and my car gonna hop the curb, or am I gonna tap the back of this car?
I would have.
I should have.
Probably would have been good.
I would have been great. I'd just been on the median. And then maybe I probably could have reversed off. I had a Trailblazer, so it was a bigger car. I probably could have just reversed off. But I ended up giving someone a love tap ahead of me. It was a really small, and they slid like maybe 5 feet. So it was fine. Everything was cool. Nobody was really tripping on anything. A few weeks later, then she tried to be like, oh, my neck hurts. Like, no, you were fine.
My neck hurts.
Because the police officers were there and shit. You were fine. But I was just a little bitch. I went home that day. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You
didn't go to work?
Nah, I didn't.
Bro, I just got a car accident. I can't come in.
Yeah,
my wife's over.
Yeah, I was acting like a little bitch.
Damn.
Yeah. That sucked. But I mean,
hey, man, any reason to not go to work, bro? I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think I got in trouble for that. But still, there was that. And then I was on my way to a basketball game once to call it for another radio station. And I'm going, and I just lost control. Luckily, there was no oncoming traffic at the time, but I lost control on Green Bay Road, slid completely, did a complete 180, and ended up on the side of the road.
Damn.
Yeah. And I ended up in a ditch. I had to get towed out. Or dug out. Somebody dug me out. I don't think I got towed. Either way, I needed help from a truck. And that shit was horrible. Real life, horrible.
I'm gonna make sure not to get in the car with you in the wintertime. Because clearly you do not know how to drive. So.
No, I do now. Shit, I got all-wheel drive. I'm straight.
Oh, so the all-wheel drive is what's happening.
But who controls the all-wheel drive?
Right.
Me.
All right, man, whatever.
Nah, but other than that, man, I've never really been a fan of snow. It definitely provides some memories. I got to eat some hot chocolate. That's always good. But
drink some hot chocolate?
Yeah, what I say, eat? Yeah, that's trash.
Probably you could technically eat hot chocolate, just put it in the microwave, put a candy bar in the microwave, warm it up, and then you eating hot chocolate.
Yeah, technically. Just spoon it. Or like, I guess it goes in marshmallows. I don't remember having that many marshmallows in mine, though.
Oh, I say put marshmallows. I don't use the packet. I mean, I do, but like I usually put more marshmallows.
Oh, don't use the one that go with that. Hell no, them little itty bitty.
Yeah, those
get the jumbo ones.
Big fat one.
Yes. All right. Anything personal pages you want to talk about?
No.
No.
I don't really got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to talk about. Like I got stuff going on, but nothing that's like worried that I have a conversation. I can tell you about with school. You know what I'm saying? My classes are nice. I've had 2, so far. So it's not much happening in my life. As of now, maybe next week I'll have something a little bit more interesting. I'll try to get in some shit this week so then I can talk about something next week.
I need an experience.
Yeah, for real.
Nah, for me, I'm just trying to get my passport. Nothing really outstanding for me either. Just trying to get my passport. I wrote that twice on this list because I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, you really trying to get that passport?
I guess that can be quite a process. I'm trying to go out of town, but I guess with the new vaccine, with the vaccines that are out,
are we even allowed to fly anywhere?
That's what my mom was talking about.
I don't even think we're allowed to go anywhere
if we don't have it.
Or a lot of places.
Really?
Like outside the country, I just know a lot of places that like put
travel
restrictions on us.
Yeah, that's what my mom was talking about.
I don't know
earlier. I don't know for a fact either. I was watching a video yesterday about like the new strains that are coming out of it and the variants of COVID and different kinds of things like that. So I don't know. Maybe
it's probably not the safest to be flying around this time of year. But hey, you
gotta live life.
Yeah, I guess.
And I know that sounds bad. That sounds. I
get what you're saying, but it's like you can live life next year.
You can
live life in a couple months, but if you're taking precautions, I've gone last year. I went to California and New York. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't do shit out there either. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much was in one area for the most part, but. I still was on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Still doing shit. So I really can't talk. But I don't know, man.
And I don't say live life as in like fuck all these COVID restrictions. I'm not saying that.
That's what it seems.
No, I'm not saying that. I still wear a mask, hand sanitize, you know, being distant when I can. I'm only around people who I should be around. And when I go to work, I'm safe. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, how long you gonna live in fear for?
Yeah, bro. Hey, I get you, man. I get you.
You know, like, I've been on a plane. I've been going to the gym here and there. I've been going roller skating lately, too.
It's cold as fuck outside.
Yeah. Roller skating, not ice skating.
Inside.
Yeah.
Where you been roller skating at?
In the city. Oh. There's one in Racine. Bro, like, when I saw them roller
I'm trying to find a roller skate rink.
Dude, in Racine, go there. Bro.
Is it nice? Racine?
Gorgeous. But when I tell you this, bro, I went up there and I saw it. It's just like beautiful black people. Just everywhere. It was just like the black. It's one of the most black experiences I've ever seen in my entire life. I felt like I didn't know how to roller skate for shit. Remember that time you went in middle school?
Way back in the day, yeah.
Way back in the, that's the only time I went. I didn't get on because I didn't know how to roller skate.
Damn, I was on the wall.
Really?
I don't know. I think I got the hang of it eventually, but
no, I'm getting better, but I'm still kind of like ass at it.
I mean, I'm not good whatsoever, so it's not. I'm not talking like I'm a dog.
Right, but bro, like when I went out there, I literally was like about to fall on my fucking face, and I fell like twice. I hurt my wrist one time, but I didn't. When I started roller skating, I just didn't feel black enough. I didn't know how to roller skate.
Yeah, bro, I've seen some mugs just going crazy. I'm just like, damn,
backpedaling, all the other crazy shit. That shit
yeah,
was nuts,
bro.
I was hella jealous.
Yeah,
so,
it looks really fun, man.
It is fun. It is fun. Now that I've started to get hang of it more, I can go forward. Stopping's still kind of hard for me, and I definitely can't go backwards. So
yeah, some people just really
do that.
It's like
shit.
They're walking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
literally.
Like it's literally like an extension of their foot.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
I'm just extremely impressed by that.
Me too. I definitely want to get to that type of level.
High key, yeah.
Day. But we're talking about the vaccine. The shot. A guy I work with took it, and he got the Pfizer shot, which is 2 shots. And just we're not endorsing either shot. No, we're endorsing taking. These are just our thoughts. But what happened was he got the first one. He was cool. Then his arm started hurting, and then his arm was burning. Like people at work were putting their hand on his arm. It feels like a burning sensation, like it was hot. Then he got the second shot. He just got so sick. He had diarrhea, body aches, headache, chill, everything. He was down.
Yeah, I mean, he probably got I mean, when you get vaccinations, I mean, that's what happens. It's literally injecting it into you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not uncommon to have symptoms.
Yeah,
you feel me? So this is what happens with vaccines. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't know enough about it to say whether it's good or not, but I mean, this is a known thing with vaccines that has happened. So this isn't some. Oh, this is the one that's gonna kill us. Like this happens all the time. So, but that sucks that fucking happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like, damn, you know. But you know, hopefully, it's worth it. You know, my dad got the vaccine because he worked in the hospital, so he had to. He was fine. He didn't.
Which did he get a 2 shot?
I don't know which one he got. He just told me he got the vaccine.
No symptoms, though, nothing?
Now that he told me.
That's
pretty
good.
He just was chilling.
That's pretty. I've heard multiple things. I personally think I'm going to wait till like the summer or spring. I'm not against shots. I've been getting shots my whole life. I get the flu shot damn near every year. And I got my shots when I was a kid, like as a baby, like we're all supposed to get. So I'm not no big like anti-vax or anti-shot person. I think they work. But to my understanding, I heard from someone that none of the shots FDA approved. I have yet to research in that. I'm not saying that's why I'm waiting.
I'm not taking any advice from any. Not saying they got this from Twitter.
No.
But I've been seeing mugs on Twitter. And I'm like, I'm not taking any advice from anyone on Twitter, on Facebook, on none of that. I don't give a fuck what you're telling me. You don't know what the fuck's going on. None of us do. No. You weren't in the lab making the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? So you sitting here saying, "Oh, this is gonna happen to you," or they're trying to do this. Like, how do you know? How do you know? Where's your evidence? Where's your facts? You don't have any. So stop just talking shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I was talking to someone at my job, and she was talking to me, and she was because I asked that guy, and she was like, "Oh, you know, people sometimes, you know, someone who took it out of 4 people have died, and this, and this." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And then like she was like, "You shouldn't ask somebody else about it. Everyone's experience is different. You should do your own research." And I'm just like, little do you want to say, and I am doing my research. Why would I not ask the person who got the fucking shot?
That's a form of research. You know, they obviously have an experience from it.
Stupid. And especially because like the vaccine is, I mean, the internet's user made. People always forget that. You can put whatever the fuck you want to put on the internet. I have a tail on the internet right now. Motherfuckers gonna believe me. So, man, I always go to this is a good point you made about information. Because in the time where everyone isn't like, I need to know this, I need to know that. Make sure you go into the right fucking place.
Yeah, if I'm gonna learn about, I'm going to scientific websites, you know what I'm saying, medical websites, this and that, and then people go, well, they could be lying too. It's like, okay, then I'm not getting information anywhere. Because if they're lying to me, how am I supposed to know that you got the truth? Where'd you get the truth from? You know what I'm saying? Where are you getting these facts from? Yeah, and then you ask them, they can't give you any sources. So it's like you're just talking out of your ass from seeing other people say shit, which happens all the time. And that's what sucks with the internet now, is just that people just be talking out their ass, saying this, saying that, saying whatever. So if I'm gonna put my trust in something that's gonna be, at least trusted websites, you know what I'm saying? The sources, not Jenny from the block. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's me. But I mean, I haven't gotten the vaccine yet. I mean, I don't even know like where I'm supposed to get the vaccine at. I don't know if I know there's like certain people are in line and shit like that. So
the way it's been explained to me is that if you are a healthcare provider,
which I'm not. You are though.
Yeah, I am.
So you can get it.
I think I can register on the site. I would do some more research on it.
I feel like all essential workers should be getting it
first. Yeah,
they should, but they probably aren't.
You heard that shit Charles Barkley said? Oh no, I know a bunch of people actually who are like the guy I work with, who's also a provider, obviously, because he works with me. Like he got it, and another person.
Yeah, but he's in the medical.
Yeah, so
that's what seemed like with my dad. Like he got it because he's in the.
I think I know one person who works in it who actually got the virus, who is not going to take the shot. She got COVID. She works in healthcare, but she would rather not take the shot.
Why?
I forget her exact reasoning. But I know she's kind of against it. And honestly, the way I feel about the shot, it's really rushed. It's really fast, hastily done. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me is I don't think that vaccines are killing people because I've been getting shots my whole life. But I'm definitely am kind of worried about something that got put together so fast.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, granted, it got put together fast, but there was also a lot of people working on it.
Facts.
A lot of very smart people working on it.
A lot of money behind it.
I'm imagining a lot of time put into it.
I think Bill Gates built like 5 factories or funded 5
so
factories.
Either way, I don't know, but vaccines have been around for a grip, and it's been proven that they work. That's my thing. There's just proof they work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden now they don't work? I don't know where that's coming from. Yeah. I don't know who's saying this. I've never had a side effect from any vaccine I've ever had in my life, personally. I've never known anyone that's ever had a side effect, you know what I'm saying? Other than a slight fever or some shit, or, getting some type of symptoms. Again, that's because you're literally getting it injected into you so your body can get used to it, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, but I don't know, man. It's just, I just don't know where all this distrust is coming from now, you know what I'm saying? I guess people don't want to get chipped, but they act like we aren't getting tracked on our phones.
If you have a driver's license.
You act like we don't have social security numbers. They act like we don't have drivers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's your car. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a newer car, it has probably ways to track the car. So it's like you're scared of this and that. Like little do you know you're already tracking it.
Dude, if you have a driver's license,
they can get your
media,
data. They can get your data
anything.
on. They sell your data online all the time. I mean, like this is a thing. So why, like, that's why like people are scared of getting, which I don't want to get chipped. And if that's what's happening with this vaccine, then fuck that. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And
but to sit here and
no
say
official source is gonna come out and say, "Hey, yeah, we're chipping you."
Exactly. Yeah. You feel me? So I don't know, man. It's just it just doesn't make sense. The fear and the proof is just how I haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why should I believe you? Yeah. That's my thing.
No, I completely agree. Vaccines definitely work. But I feel like these thoughts are coming from, again, social media, internet, a lot of information, people who are talking who really shouldn't be saying shit because they don't know shit. And then I feel like there's also this large base of people who throughout history just don't believe shots have worked, even before the pandemic. Like there are people
I'm sure.
Like,
yeah. I'm sure. I mean, anti-vax has been around. It's not just started like, which is just fucking stupid. But
I disagree with anti-vaxxers too.
I think anti-vaxxers are just so dumb.
Yeah.
Just like flat earthers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
the flat earth shit I definitely don't understand.
Flat earth is I've seen videos of them trying to like prove it and then actually proving the curvature of the earth instead. And it's so funny because we're like, oh, well, we're gonna have to try something else. But it's just like they just refuse to. Like, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? I just don't care. Earth is flat. Earth is round. What? If I found out the Earth was flat, is my life going to change tomorrow? No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't really matter unless there's some bigger idea, bigger plan put in place. So once everyone's on board with the flat Earth, then we can uncover something else, maybe. But I mean, so far, I just haven't seen any proof for any of that. Yeah,
I don't see the purpose of knowing whether or not it's flat or round or not either. I just don't understand. I've never looked into where the logic comes from for that. Like, what is their reasoning for them to say? Like, what evidence gives you the thought to make you say that like the Earth is flat? Like, where is your evidence at? Because motherfuckers be in space taking whole pictures of the globe.
Those are all artist renders, apparently, from what they say and stuff like that. So it's not real. And then bro, it's just so much. I mean, I just feel like people just, like there's people that just don't believe the government, and you shouldn't believe the government with everything. Of course not, like, because they do lie about a lot of bullshit. You feel me? But like, there's some stuff that's just like, how do you deny this? Like, and why? Like, what's the benefit of the government keeping, telling us this lie and this secret? Like, what do they gain from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be different if we knew the Earth was flat? You know what I'm saying? If the Earth is really flat, why wouldn't they have just gone with that from the jump? And then we'd be like, okay, cool, the Earth is flat. And I guarantee you, if that was the case, we'd have motherfuckers out here trying to say the Earth is round. So no matter what, I mean, you're gonna have people that disagree and just to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Just to believe in something, So I don't know.
What theory do you think is more like outlandish? The Earth is flat, or anti-vaxxer theories where they feel like vaccines give people Down syndrome?
What's more outlandish?
Yeah, like what's more crazy?
The Earth is flat, because that's just like, what? I mean, there's so much proof you can do.
My thing is
so much proof out there.
Yeah, my thing is with both is like they both have proof that
anti-vax is ridiculous too. I mean, if you just asked me about which is more.
Wait, which is crazy.
I feel like one is just obvious. Yeah. The anti-vax, I could understand the kind of like just of it, because it's an injection of stuff, and some people get a little sick afterward and blah blah blah. Where the whole autism thing,
that's bullshit.
I don't know where that came from at
Down
all. Like, I don't see where that comes from.
When there's literal scientific proof that shows Down syndrome, autism are genetic things, not something that's given to you.
Mm-hmm. And you could wait. So like, if you can't just you can't develop Down syndrome. You're born with it. I'd imagine. I'm pretty sure you're born with it because there's tests. There's tests you can do to find out whether your child, has Down syndrome. I don't know if they can find out if they have autism before birth, but you could definitely find out if your kid, or at least if your child has a chance of having Down syndrome.
Yes.
I know that's a thing. So if you can test and possibly find out your child has Down syndrome before they're even born, why would you think that a vaccine is what made your kid have Down syndrome?
All right. Mayo Clinic, right? Which is a reputable source. Mm-hmm. Okay. About 95% of the time, Down syndrome is caused by trisomy 21. The person has 3 copies of chromosome 21 instead of the usual 2 copies in all cells. This is caused by abnormal cell division during development of the sperm cell or the egg cell, meaning it is not caused by a shot. It comes as a birth defect.
So
literally,
boom,
get that dumbass shit out of here. You gonna argue with the Mayo Clinic? I'm not.
Right, I don't know enough. And that's the thing, bro. Every single time these arguments come up and you have, doctors and scientists bringing facts, bringing sources, facts, studies, research, everything. And then the anti-vaxxers aren't bringing anything. Like, they're not bringing anything but feelings and thoughts and like, well, I heard this and my friend told me that. And it's just like,
I just feel
I don't know. If I'm just going off of facts alone, I have to side with the doctors and scientists because they're bringing me proof. And if that proof's all made up, they're doing a really good job
of lying to us, and there's shit we can do about it.
And the thing is, you should be bringing facts and proof as well. But I just have not seen any proof of that. I just haven't seen any proof of vaccines just doing that to people. I just don't know where that's coming from. I really don't.
Yeah, and autism is come from what I'm reading here from the Autism Society. autismspeaks.org, another reputable source. Their hoodies are really cool. You ever seen one of their hoodies?
With the
jigsaw puzzles? Yeah. That shit is cool.
That's pretty cool.
I like that. It's taking forever to load right now. But pretty much what it's saying here, there's no single There is no known single cause for autism spectrum disorder, but it's generally accepted that it is caused by abnormalities in brain structure or function. Brain scans show differences in the shape of structure of the brain in children with autism compared to neurotypical children. Period. It doesn't say anything about a shot. It's nothing about a vaccine. None of that shit. Now, do I think that if the mark of the beast, you heard that theory?
Yeah.
If the mark of the beast theory is true, and if it's true, then okay, but it has too much evidence against it for me to believe that. And if we all gonna be marked, nigga, we've been marked. Because everybody got shots as babies.
Yeah.
Literally.
Why would they wait until now? Just do it when we're all kids, and then it would just be a thing.
Everybody got shots to their babies. I know. I was in class with this one girl. She actually got her kids enrolled in a school where they did not have to take shots. I forget what exact school it was or what law it was, but she found a way to get her kids, and she had like 3 or 4 kids to get them in school without shots. And I forget exactly how, but it's possible because I know sometimes like
I'm sure it is possible.
They will bar your ass from coming to school.
I know they will. I know. That's
shots.
just a safety thing. Like I don't know, bro. Like there's a lot of diseases have been eradicated because of it.
Polio.
Not
anymore.
Hear about
that shit no more.
I'm pretty sure that shit came back.
Polio?
I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. There's something came back because of lack of vaccinations.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure.
if polio was rampant like it was back in the day,
it's not rampant. Definitely not.
But what stopped it?
Vaccines. Vaccines, for sure. I know vaccines stopped it. I'm just saying, like, I know shit has come back because of it. Because of people just not taking vaccines or not trusting vaccines. And then, polio is making a comeback. There's just various articles.
What year?
November 15th, 2019. So, various articles, and obviously it's not like it's, taken over, because it's not, because we have the fucking polio vaccine, but just people who aren't taking it, and I'm sure once they get these diseases, they're not going to blame, I didn't get my vaccines, that's probably why I got it. They're going to blame something else. They're going to blame it's not, whoever else can take the blame for their stupidity is what they're going to put it on. They're not going to admit to being like, oh, you know what, this is my fault. They're just going to put the blame on somebody else. Somebody else is conspiring against them for some reason because they're the most fucking important person in the world. No, nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just take the vaccine or don't take the vaccine. Then you risk getting sick and possibly dying from these diseases. And that's on you. That's on you.
Because to be honest with you, the shots that we get for these diseases are fucking crazy. Like polio.
I literally just watched a video today of the last man in a iron lung, which were things way back in the day when
which is the ventilator now.
Yeah. Which because he's had polio when he was a kid and he was paralyzed from the neck down and he couldn't breathe on his own, so he had to that helped him breathe, but he's just stuck in there because of polio. Like that's horrible. Granted, he's became a lawyer. He wrote a book. Like he's done a lot of shit.
He just took the lung with him everywhere he went.
No, he was when he was younger. He was able to. I think he was able to not breathe. Like he was strong enough to be able to kind of like force the breaths, but now he can't. So he's just. I don't know. I don't know. He might even be dead for all I know. It wasn't a recent video. I've seen it before, but yeah, like that's just proof right there. Like these diseases are horrible. And again, like I mean, it's completely your choice if you want to take these vaccines. But I mean, if you're not gonna take it, at least have real proof as to why you don't want to take them. You know what I'm saying? Do real research. Don't go on Facebook groups and, just be, okay, well, this person said that their friend or their aunt did, their kid became this because they took this vaccine. Like, no. Get real proof, you know what I'm saying? Get real research, get real sources, and then come with an argument. But if you're just coming with an argument of, I heard this and I saw this somewhere and this, and that. And it's like, that's one, that's a horrible argument. Two, you're not giving me anything to change my view on why vaccines are good for society.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just no proof. There's no evidence. So why would you just all of a sudden be like, these aren't good? Unless you think everything's made up. Maybe you think everything's made up, but then that's
a horrible life to live, bro.
That's a horrible life to live. That's a horrible life to live.
You're paranoid, you're nervous, you don't really enjoy anything because you're always, like, you ever been around someone who just, like, speculates and calls everything fake And always like, the man wants you to do this because
It's
in reality, when
exhausting,
you
man.
talk on your phone, it's probing your ears. So wait, one day your ears are gonna grow wings, and then they're gonna fly you down to hell.
Yeah, bro. Like
Shut
it's just
dumb
like
ass up, bro.
now. Okay, my thing is, I love talking about conspiracies. Just
But there has to be
about
some
the crazy shit that could possibly be going on. But to really, and even then, like there has to be some inkling of possibility,
evidence.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this could have happened because here's something.
Yeah.
But if I'm just talking out of my ass, then this is like, unless I'm doing it for fun, like there's no way I'm gonna sit here and believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see how people believe that stuff, man. I really don't. But hey,
teach
at the end of the day, teach his own. And like I said, we're not sitting here telling you to take the vaccine or not take it. All I'm asking is if you're gonna do your research, if you're gonna choose to do anything that could possibly hurt you in the end or hurt your children in the end.
Yeah.
Because I've seen many stories of 18-year-olds getting vaccinated behind their parents' back. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it all the time.
Really?
And yes, all the time. And the thing what's hilarious is that most of the parents who are like, oh, these vaccines are dangerous, have been vaccinated. So of course they're not getting these diseases because you've been vaccinated. So now you're saying, oh, I'm good, so my kids can be good too. And then your kids get sick and it's like, what happened? It's like, well, they didn't take what you took.
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that doesn't make sense.
Nah, I agree. It's definitely it's a silly argument. And my thing is with conspiracy theories, they're fun, but they have to have type of evidence and type of proof to it.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's like, are you in denial or do you actually have something like legitimate? So for example, and now we can really talk about it. The video you sent me on Val Valiant Thor. Remember we went to go get tacos on Val Valiant and then Val Valiant Thor? About the alien that first visited Earth years ago? Yeah. Like, there's concrete evidence now that the aliens are real, but even before the government came out and said something, like, they've already proved that there was life out there. There's hella evidence out there, and we all just knew it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's stuff to back that, versus just saying, oh, yeah, this shot caused my kid to grow a second arm or some bullshit, or a third arm, because we both have two arms. But, like, there's this concrete theory behind it. Plus, people actually have to give a fuck. They actually have to be interested. People are more interested in the theory that aliens are going to be out there versus the theory that, vaccines are going to kill you.
Right, exactly.
Because aliens are interesting. Aliens are cool. Like, that's what's up.
I think aliens are real, man.
Oh, no, they definitely are. They've already verified it. Aliens are definitely real. The government verified that, of course, last year during the time we were in a pandemic, of course. But they put out, like, official press, like, yeah, we know of life of, that's outside the Earth. We all already knew that, though. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't no big shocker. I thought when the government finally released it, it was going to be like, whoa. But
yeah, I thought people were going to be like, oh, shit, but no one really gave a fuck, So it shows that they could have been said something, Yeah. But my thing is, like, what are we going to do now that it's, known?
I think that the people who are shitted on for saying the aliens are real, I think everyone deserves an apology.
Yeah.
Like the people who were like, not just me and you talking about it, who are just shooting shit.
Like,
people who have done
real people who have gotten their lives ruined
science,
because everyone's like, you're fucking stupid.
Researchers who have studied their entire life for this, they go to this facility, they talk about it, then they get banned from the bar or whatever the fuck
all
going
of them
on.
Need some
flowers. They need pay. They need type of compensation, apology, something, because they turn out to be right.
Yeah.
But again, if you can show that your theory is right, it's cool.
Yo, there's a documentary I watched a minute ago. It was when I was watching it, I was just like, one of my favorite documentaries. Just it was so mind blowing. It's called The Unacknowledged.
Okay.
On Netflix.
All right.
If you're into space stuff and aliens and stuff like that, watch The Unacknowledged. The Unacknowledged on Netflix. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. There's so much, like, you talking about evidence and proof, like they got it. They got it. And they're just gonna show you all that stuff, and it's like, wow.
Really?
It's eye-opening. It's really eye-opening, yeah.
What did you like about it that so much?
What I liked about it the most was it wasn't just like a documentary where people were like, oh yeah, I was abducted, and this is a bunch of random people and we're supposed to believe their stories, in blurry pictures. No, like there was government officials, high-ranking military, people, this and that, various missions, paperwork, various. It's just so many people that, and yeah, they could all be lying to us. But there's so many people that were in positions of power, and the thing is, you're able to look these people up. So it's not like someone's claiming to be this. Like, you can look them up and see that they're telling the truth, that they were at least in these positions. And they're saying, yes, this stuff happened. I saw this. I was told not to say this. I was, put in here to do this, whatever. And the person who's like the main guy in the whole documentary, like he's super big in this whole thing. Apparently, he's briefed presidents on alien stuff. Yeah, so it's not like just some kids that think aliens are cool. Like it's just like real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was crazy, but yeah, man. I think that stuff's it's been real for a long time. I don't know. It's frustrating not knowing these things. Imagine what we could have accomplished knowing that stuff is out there.
Well, if they know they're out there, and I believe that footage that they say when they made contact with aliens was like a long time ago. If we made contact with them, we probably are starting working with them.
Bruh, yeah, no, that's what they were in the documentary. Apparently, according to the documentary, we've made contact with them a long ass time ago. We found a living one who's eventually died. A long ass time ago. We've been able to figure out how to control one of their ships a long ass time ago. And a lot of them are this is where conspiracy shit get into it, but like a lot of people, or at least in the documentary, are saying a lot of the UFO sightings we see now aren't real UFOs. They're man-made aircrafts that are made to mimic UFOs and use their technology. And then there's these things called false flag operations and stuff, where it's basically just like, I'm pretty sure this is a really dumbed down version of explaining it, but like the government will almost fake an attack and say it was from somebody else to rile up support to then go attack that country.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they were saying the next big one is going to be aliens. So then we can go and be like, let's go fuck them up and shit like that. That's what they're saying. Is that going to be true? I really have no idea, but it makes you think about a lot of stuff. And again, it wasn't just, I know we were just talking about saying shit without any proof, but that documentary gives you proof. It gives you sources, proof, paperwork. It's there, so it was just really eye-opening seeing that stuff. But yeah, man, I wonder what technology, because I really believe that the technology that we have now, the government, not just ours, I'd imagine the governments too, have technology that's years more advanced. But they just aren't giving it to us, or they're slowly releasing it for whatever reason. They don't either think we're not ready for it, or, they're afraid of what we'll be able to do with that technology. So they're slowly giving it to us. Well, I don't know, whatever the case is. But I know that I really do feel like that is the case. And again, I guess I can't really say any proof, but I think so. I definitely think they do.
Could you imagine sitting on, like, say you're working at Area 51 or whatever, like, and you're like looking at this like prototype of this bag.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, like when this bag is released to the public, it's gonna change everything.
Yeah, right? I'm sure it's pretty shit like, bro. There's a video, you can find it around online. You know that invisibility cloak in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
They're already like, there's productions of, or at least this guy has been making like these invisible like shields. So like if you hide behind it, it looks like nothing's behind it.
I think it reflects light.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's whatever's behind it, you would see that versus me standing behind it.
Or whatever's behind it. Oh.
Yes. So it's like, whoa. Yeah. So it's just like, so that shit's probably already been out in the military at least, or at least in certain areas. There's just so much stuff that is probably just hidden to us for whatever reason that we don't know about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lord knows, man. Lord knows. Oh, we got on that all to talk about vaccines, but all in all,
right? All in all, do your research.
Yeah.
And decide for yourself. But do your fucking research. Like real research, not Facebook and Twitter.
Facts. All right. The Jukebox. What you been listening to? I finished Jasmine Sullivan's album. Great album.
I started listening to it, then I stopped for some reason. I just never picked it back up.
Great album. Really
That's
good
what everyone's
album.
saying, man. I know I'm slacking. I really do.
I like the song with Jasmine Sullivan. Really good. That was so dumb.
Yeah, it was like, everyone?
My bad. My bad.
I thought you meant to say that.
I was looking at my phone and talking at the same time. The song with Anderson .Paak. That's a song that I really like. It's already right here.
Do you like Anderson .Paak?
I do. Have I ever? But here's the thing, though. I'm learning to become a better music listener. I like Anderson .Paak. Only album I've sat down and really like listened to was Ventura.
Yeah, like I Okay, so I used to have a lot of Anderson .Paak on my phone, right? Mm-hmm. But every single time he would come on, I just would skip the song because I didn't want to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But like, he's not bad. The music makes is not bad whatsoever. It's just for some reason, I just don't want to listen to him when it comes most of the time. Sometimes, yeah, I do. Maybe it could just be the voice. It could be I'm not in the mood at that point. I don't know what it is, but I just always find myself skipping the song. You know, and I'm probably just not giving it a chance because there are some songs I do like or features he has, but
was it Oxnard? Is that the album that you had?
I had all like damn near all of them, bro.
I don't know, man, because it's crazy because you like old school soulful music.
I know, so you think I would like that, but it's just not my cup of tea. You know, but maybe it's just had to grow on me. Like, there's plenty of artists that I didn't start listening to until a little later. You know what I'm saying? So it might just have to grow on me. But for right now, bro, it's just not what I'm just not a fan. That big of a fan, I guess I should say. I'm a fan, but not that big of a fan.
No, I like him a lot. I think Anderson .Paak is the truth, man. I think he's a good blend of like, because he can kind of rap and sing too at the same time. So to kind of hear that balance of both with the song, I really enjoy
that's what I'm saying. It's just frustrating not liking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I should enjoy this.
Because dude's hella talented.
Extremely talented. Yeah. I'm definitely not taking that away from him whatsoever. But I mean, I'll tell you what I've been listening to or what I recently downloaded. A lot of Smokey Robinson and Miracles. I know. Yeah, I know. Literally, as I'm talking shit about Anderson, he literally has a song with Smokey Robinson. But yeah, that Gladys Knight and the Pips. I don't know, bro. I just been
throwing back.
Not even, because then I got other stuff. Like I got a song called "A Lot" with Night Lovell, Lindison, and FTG Reggie.
Hard
banger.
Send it to me.
I got you. I've mentioned Night Lovell in here before. A couple times, actually. A couple times.
I dove into BRS Cash album. You know the song Throw Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I checked out his album. Pretty decent.
It's decent.
Nothing but bangers on there, of course. Just like dance songs and shit like that. But it's a decent album, bro. The beats on there are pretty nice. Bro, the video for the remix of Throw Baby is fucking crazy. Have you seen it?
No.
Bro, like, so the chorus song is about like girls giving head and shit. There's a grab, was part of the video. The girl opens her mouth and it's like white stuff falling out, so I assume it's cum. And so then the video zooms in on her mouth. It's the baby surfing on her tongue or snowboarding, I guess, on her tongue, her mouth. It's like has like a bunch of cum in it. Crazy. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, it's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That's
in my
weird.
entire life. I had to watch it second time to pick up on. I'm like, damn, he's really in there surfing on semen. That's wild.
Hey, well, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So, I checked that out. I was listening to 1.5 a few days ago. Hard to Be Humble, and in the Chronic today. That was just about it, man. That was about it. One thing I got to work on definitely is going back and listen to really listen to new things. Like the way I work musically is that if I hear something I like, I just be on that shit, and I be on that shit, and then I listen to so much, and I wear it out sometimes, but a lot of times I don't wear it out because then I'll go listen like to other shit, and then I'll be able to come back to it. But like I probably have to go at least a day or two, listen to some songs that I know I like, and then I'll go try something different. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know why my brain's set up that way, but it just is. I don't know if it's like an addictive personality type thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I do the same thing in a sense. Like, yeah, of course you want to listen to a song that you really like, but my thing is I don't want to play it out. So I make a point to, I'm like, I really like the song. Let me put it to the side so I can enjoy it again later. I did the same thing with shows. Like, I've been trying to finish My Hero for the long. Like, I could have easily been done by now, but I've been making a point not to.
You trying to savor the flavor.
Exactly. So I'm just like, I'll watch an episode tonight. A couple days later, let me watch another episode. But I could just run through that shit. But I don't want to because then it's gonna be over and it's not gonna be the same anymore. And same with the song. Like, I could really just bang that shit, and then there's gonna be a point where I'm like, all right, it's not the same anymore. I don't want to get to that point. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and listen to something else real quick, or find something else I also want to listen to, and maybe I put it in the playlist. You know, and then I got a lot of shit I want to listen to, but it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So there's various stuff, but I get what you're saying, man. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta stop. Yeah. As good as it is, and be like, all right, let me, because gets most of my ears.
Yeah, like some also though, like the albums that we consider are like, whoa, like we need to be listening to this. Like when they came out, a lot of it wasn't accessible to us.
Yeah.
Or if we had access to it, we shouldn't have. Or just in the way that we grew up. Like Get Rich or Die Trying came out in 2003.
Right. So I mean, we were kids.
6. Right. Did you listen to it when it came out?
No. No, of course not.
Yeah. But I was just behind the 8 ball, man. And I feel like I'm still playing catch up with a lot of stuff. I enjoy it though. It's like homework.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
I always like going back and listening to older stuff. Like, so the other day, me and my guy, we were leaving our other friend's house and we were going home. And sometimes, like, if we're at the same spot and we're going to, because we can take the same place or take the same road to get to our houses and eventually we split up. But we're always like, you trying to listen to an album on the way. So we're listening to the same thing. Just for why not? Why not? So so far, I've just been picking older albums. Like, I picked Marvin Gaye. What album was it? It was I Want You. That album is what we listened to. And then just recently, yesterday, he picked Touch by Gladys Knight and the Pips. You know what I'm saying? And just going back and listening to this stuff, man, you just find so much, bro. Like, you just listen to things, and this is what gets me excited about listening to music. Cause like, so boom, so I was listening to Smokey Robinson, right? Yes, Smokey Robinson, Miracles and shit. Great, amazing, obviously. But then you go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, so then you go to the artist's page, right? You scroll all the way down, and you got all these obviously people fucking know this already, but you got the similar artists. You got like a piece of skin on your top lip. Yeah, I've been looking at it all day. Anyway, similar artists, and you just boop, click on them. What do they got? What's their top song? Boom. Oh, that's fire. Okay, boom. Okay, they got. And then sometimes they have like essential albums. Listen to the essential album. All right, boom. Okay, why is this essential? You know, it has to be good. Listen to it. Oh, wow, this is good. Okay, and then you realize, man, I've gone through 6 different similar artist pages. I found 15 new songs. Found an album. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wow, it really is that easy to find music. You just kind of really just click. You know, if you like an artist, then just see what similar artists are out there. You know what I'm saying? See who they have worked with. You know, because then like you might like them too. And then just through the similar artists, you can get from hip hop and then end up on like a folk, you know, artist. And just from going to the similar artists and this boom, 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 and what you're clicking on, like you could find so much music. So that's what I do. So I mean, it's fun for me to do that, you know, because then you just find so much stuff. So. But that's why I always do that. Every time I listen to something, I'm like, yeah, what else sounds like this?
You know what else is cool about Tidal? They give you the influencers on that artist. So like, for example, right, since I was listening to the Chronic, thank you, Dr. Dre, you're a related artist, and they'll give you influencers. Would it be Zap, African Bob Bottom, Cameo, Parliament, Ice-T, which also gives you Tupac, Snoop, Mike D, Eazy-E.
So, I mean, that's cool. Super dope, too. I mean, and from there, there's just... If you really have to try not to find music if you can't find new music doing that. Whether that's older artists, newer artists, I mean, so much, you know, like you just look. Just look.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, all right. Anything else you got music wise?
Nah.
All right.
Not for me.
Stock market. Are you familiar with the story? Now we've had a few days to research it about GameStop and stocks and the hedge funds and things like that.
Mm-hmm. So,
what is your thought on the entire process?
I think it's great. Fuck these billionaires, man. But no, for real, I mean, it's just a matter of time, you know, because they did this in 2008 with the whole crash and everything, recession and stuff. So for this to be happening now for them, it's pretty funny, you know, and seeing how pissed they are about it, and you know, but then you also realizing, you know, how it as much of a free market as they claim it to be, it's almost not, because Robinhood, and not just Robinhood, a lot of different apps and stuff blocked being able to buy stocks, these certain stocks, but they let you sell them. So it's like, That's bullshit, you know. And then they're like, oh, you know, had to give up some try to explain their way out of it. But I mean, they kind of fucked themselves over doing that. But I mean, it's really from what I've been reading and watching and stuff. It's really just a perfect storm. That's what happened was, you know, and someone on Reddit who was just able to see this stuff. I'm assuming he's probably just really smart when it comes to these finances and stocks and stuff. But he was able to just see that GameStop was incredibly shorted. You know what I'm saying? And he just took an advantage. And apparently he started investing in 2019. So he was playing the long game. He was like, I'm gonna invest, throw money in here, boom, now, because I know it's going to pay off. And people were laughing at him, saying he's stupid, wasting his money. And then see now, he's made millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure he's made over 50 million plus.
Did he liquidate it yet? Did he take it out, or is he still just sitting on it?
No, people are holding it.
Right, they're holding it, but that guy specifically,
he's still in it. I think he's taken some out.
Okay.
But I think he still has a lot in there.
Because you gotta think about it, like,
I would take some out.
I ain't gonna lie.
If I had 50 million, I'd take at least like 10, 15 million out just to make sure, like, I got it. And then you could.
Because you just gave some stock bullshit. Oh yeah, but they took your money and some shit. Like keep something, man.
Yeah.
Technology and shit like that, it makes it hard to trust government agencies and money and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, but what he did and what he was able to see was crazy, you know. And he really screwed over a lot of hedge funds, which is dope. And now so many people are involved in it. I mean, I'm seeing posts from Europe, Japan, Africa, you know, China, Russia, wherever. I mean, people are just buying this stock and holding it, because the more they hold it, the higher the price is going to go up. The more people that buy it, the more the price goes up. Then the more they hold, then the more that the hedge funds have to pay to get their shit back, and they're losing so much money right now. And so I think, as much as it is like people are trying to make a lot of money off this, I think also people are just like
message, bro.
It's just like a big fuck you to them.
Yeah,
which is what they fucking. This is what they get. Yeah. I don't think anyone feels bad except for the billionaires.
Literally, right? Because I was gonna say, you have Robinhood, right?
I do have Robinhood.
Because you brought it up that you had that a few months ago. When this all first happened the other day, I was like, yo, what is going on? I don't get it. Somebody explained it to me. Then I had to go do my research on stocks, understand the stock market and how things go and things like that. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I get it now. But now this is happening, bro. I'm all for it, bro. Because a lot of these times these companies have done, by just sitting there on their wealth and just watching us middle class. And now, I can't say I've ever struggled in my life, but just watching general society struggle, you know what I'm saying, with their money and things like that, it's fucked up. It really is fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen stories on, you know, just on Reddit, online.
You check your stocks too?
Yeah, I've been checking my stocks all day, bro.
But the thing is, with it though, you can't watch it every day.
You can't watch it every day. I mean, it's just, I got shit to do, so I just literally check. I'm not looking for anything really. But
who you bought stock by?
Who have I bought stock with?
Yeah, I don't think I said that right at all. But.
I have like. Not even a share with Tesla, but yeah, I mean, I have a couple of them. I'm probably not gonna tell you all my stocks and everything, but I don't have GameStop. I can tell you that I don't have GameStop, which I'm upset about, because if I would have invested 3 weeks ago, I would have at least been able to get a couple. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how fast it blew up. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, there's talks of other stocks being in similar situations. Like, I know people are talking about like AMC being one of them. BlackBerry being one of them, Nokia being one of them, and stuff like that. And, you know, so I guess if you, depending on how much money you're able to kind of, you know, be okay with like possibly losing, you know, you could, because the stocks right now, I know like AMC is like $14 some, BlackBerry's like, so you could easily buy a stock or two just to see, you know, fuck it, like, let me go and buy one. I may come up on a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool and all that stuff. But I mean, it's just something. It's a risk. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just with stocks. So it's never guaranteed that you're gonna be making a lot of money. And this situation is definitely a very specific situation. It's just not something you could do with any stock. You know what I'm saying? There's what happened is doesn't happen a lot. You know, so apparently a lot of the hedge funds went short. They shorted the stock, which I was doing my research on, and I know I'm not going to
stay rich.
Yeah. So what it was is that I'm obviously not a financial advisor whatsoever. I'm probably going to explain this wrong, so I hope I don't, because I tried to do my research before coming here about it. But basically they shorted a stock, and when you short a stock, you're betting that stock's going to go down in price.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I wanted to short a stock, I go talk to my broker. My broker's like, all right, you can short it. So they give me your stock.
For
right?
less of what it's worth.
No, they give me they give me your stock for $10, and I go sell that stock $10, and now you want it back because you're gonna want it back at some point. Now, if the price goes down on that stock, say to $5, now I can buy it for $5 and give it to you for $5. I made $5 because I sold it for $10. But if that goes up to $15, now I'm out $5 because I have to buy it at $15 when I sold it at $10. So what happened with this is they were betting that GameStop, and apparently the amount of stocks that were shorted was like 113% from what I was seeing, which is more than 100%. So that's more than what they had. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? You have all these people buying this GameStop stocks. So these hedge funds that were betting that this was going to go down in price are now having to buy back these stocks at such a higher amount than what they sold them for. So that's why these people are just making so much money. You got people putting in thousands of dollars, buying insane amount of shares, and they're just coming up so much. I'm seeing, I'm fresh out of college, just graduated, make $250,000 off of this. You know what I'm saying? I saw one guy, he said he was 15, which that's not even legal, but you know, he probably shouldn't have said that, but he's $220,000, just making money, millionaires overnight.
You know what?
They're for real. But I mean, the shit, it's crazy. But the thing is, like, if you see the news and stuff, they're trying to downplay it, and they're trying to say that, like, oh, these people are greedy and, you know, they're barbarians, this and that, and they're talking shit about these investors.
This is an attack on the wealthy.
Yeah, and it's like this is it's not even an attack. It's just that the people are now doing what the hedge funds and stuff have been doing forever. You know what I'm saying? And now they're just pissed because now it's regular people that are becoming millionaires and making all this money, and it's not you, and they're getting over on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right now, and I mean, from what I've seen, they're planning on holding it. They're just going to hold. They're going to wait until that stock goes more up in price, and more people are buying and buying and buying and buying. And apparently that's happening with AMC too. I've seen stuff about AMC stock, the price of that going up. BlackBerry too. But BlackBerry is actually pretty interesting because they actually got some stuff going on other than, like, they don't even do phones anymore. There's other shit that's happening with BlackBerry.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, bro, there's a couple different stocks, but this GameStop one is like the biggest one. All these other ones they do have shorted stocks, but not 113%. I can tell you that.
What's the code for GameStop? GSE?
GME.
See, I'm here on Cash App, which I didn't know Cash App had stocks, and they don't even provide it for me. Let me Google it real quick, see how much.
I could probably look it up.
Yeah, go crazy. But I was talking to someone about stocks, and I was like, yo, like, what if I just bought 10? The way this person explained it to me is that you would have to buy at least 50 shares or something to really make any money.
Yeah, like, it depends on what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to go all in.
Well, I mean, if you were to come into it early, then you could have easily done that. You know what I'm saying? But doing it now is just a lot of money to do it, you know? But yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people have like thousands of shares of GameStop.
I wasn't even talking about GameStop. I was talking about two
just
other
in
companies.
general?
Yeah, I was talking about two other companies I got my eye on. I guess I can say it because I didn't really buy them per se. One I was thinking of, I put it on Twitter. One I was thinking of was Pfizer.
Pfizer for the vaccines.
That's gonna shoot up.
Yeah.
And then another one I was thinking was MGM. Because if you think about it, right? MGM right now is only $29.24 a share.
Mm-hmm.
That's extremely cheap. So it's only $30 a share. And then if you think about it, if I buy like 4 or 5 shares of that, come time when the world open back up, everyone's gonna get their shots. People are really gonna stop giving a fuck about this. That's probably gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, stocks are it's tough, and
it's a gamble because I could be wrong.
It is a gamble. It's a gamble for sure. I mean, I'm not any type of expert whatsoever. I really don't know shit about anything. But I mean, it's all about research. It's about research, trends, all that stuff. Like, you can't just, especially if you're trying to day trade. That's the thing. Like, because you could do like index funds, and stuff like that, and
That's what,
ETFs and stuff.
that's
And
what Warren Buffett did, I believe. He put his money in the index fund.
that's a smart thing to do because those have just been proven to continually go up in price. And, you know, there's so many different types. I mean, there's some for technology, real estate, medicine, you know, top 500 companies in America, top 500 companies over in Europe, whatever the case, whatever you're trying to invest in, you know. But yeah, those are the smart moves to make if you're trying to invest. But those are also things where you invest and hold. You just keep your money in there. You know what I'm saying? You're not investing and then a week later you're selling it and then you know what I'm saying, and trying to catch the top. Like, no, that's one that's just seems risky. So stressful. And it is risky because you could lose a lot of money doing that, you know. So from what I've been seeing, a lot of people, and I guess me included, but I started investing before this all popped off. But when you're the newer people that are coming into investing and they're seeing all these people making millions of dollars, because so many people have just made so much money off of this GameStop thing, you know what I'm saying? But then but the thing is, there are also a lot of people, they came in way early.
Yep.
When the price was way low, bought a bunch of them.
And just sat on it.
And are just holding it, just making the price go up. And they're screwing over these hedge funds, which is good because I could give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I feel like a lot of people that are they're like, oh, I don't want to miss out on this, you know, FOMO, fear of missing out, which is a big thing, especially with stocks. Because you see so many people making money. So you're like, oh, I want to do it too. Let me invest. I'm putting all this money in there. Some people, you know, the smart thing to do is put money in there that you're not going to miss. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do it, I maybe put $40, $50 in there, you know, like I'm not putting hundreds of dollars in there. You know, some people sell cars just to put, you know, some people are, you know, get a second mortgage on a house, just, you know, trying to come up big. And a lot of the times you don't. More people lose money than make money. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how risky you're trying to be, you know, I guess that depends on how much money you're trying to put in. But like, this isn't like a guaranteed, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's going to be a point where this is done. This isn't just going to go on forever. There's going to be a point where this is done and the price is going to fall, and it may fall sharply. And if you're trying to hold on and get that top price, and you say you fall asleep and then you wake up the next day and boom, you just lost a bunch of money. Like, it's like, damn. Like, there's videos of people, like, there's videos of people, not for the GameStop stock, but for just investing in general. Like, they're like recording their screens and like you can just see their money drop. Like, I saw this one guy, he had like $50,000 in something. All of a sudden, it just went down to like -6,000. And I'm just like, it's that fast. It's that fast, you know? So it's, you really got to be smart with what you're doing. But looking at GME, it's right now, it's at 232. 232.
A lot.
Yeah, but it's gone down in price, but it's going to go back up eventually.
You know who's the really winners? The really people, you know, we're talking about earlier, people who like conspiracy theories, who they deem were like, oh, you're wrong, you're fucking wrong at first, and they end up being right. Mm-hmm. I think that same rule applies to everyone who invested in Amazon back when it first started.
That's any company, bro.
But I say
Amazon, Google.
I say Amazon now because, like, I guess back then, you know, it wasn't really as a big thing. Like, when it first started in like 97, it was like $1.50 a share. Yeah. And now you look at it 20-something years later, how much you think it is a share right now? Just take a guess.
I don't know. 800, 1,000.
$3,000 a share.
$3,000. Boom. Like that is wild. Like, if you invested back in the day,
anytime soon.
If you invested back in the day and held it, that's the thing again. Those people that invested in 97, I hope they invested, because if that was $1.70, I probably would put a good $100 in there. Just boom, put that in there. If I knew, and I would have just held it, and if they held onto it, they'd be damn near maybe even billionaires. I don't really know, probably not, but like some of them could have been. You know what I'm saying? But like that's the thing. Like it's a decision of, am I gonna invest and hold, or am I going to try to sell at some point in time? You know, so I mean, it's really, I feel like it's a guessing game. At some points, you really got to find the trend. I mean, I guess I'd imagine it'd be fairly easy for Amazon because you can just see it blowing up. So it's like, of course, this is going to keep going. Same thing with like Google, you know, or Coca-Cola, Tesla. Like, you can just see it going on. Like, there, unless there's like something horrible happened to the company where it just shot down, like, I'm going to hold on to it. But I mean, there's plenty of stories out there of people like selling things thinking it's going to go down, and all of a sudden it doesn't, and they just missed out on millions, you know? So it's a crazy game, you know. But if you play it right, and you make the right moves, you can make a lot of money, you know. But that's usually with day trading. But the smart thing to do is like index funds and investing in things that appreciate in value and not depreciate.
Yep, things are gonna grow.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on from that. So, unless you have anything else you want to talk about in that regard, NBA. What are your thoughts so far?
You know, I mean, it's all right, man. Westbrook had a crazy game the other night.
That shit was nuts.
So I'm glad he I know everyone was shitting on him. Rightfully so, in a sense, because he wasn't really playing that well, but he wasn't 100% either.
Yeah.
Also wasn't 100%. So it's good to see him go crazy and have just an insane game against the Nets of all teams too. So I hope that's just gonna be the norm. I hope he's back to healthy again, because you know the league's always better with a healthy Westbrook. I feel like always more exciting.
I hope the Wizards start winning or they trade Bradley Beal, because that shit ain't right. Granted,
they need to get him out of there. He did.
He signed that fat ass contract back.
Yeah, and he also said he wanted to stay. If he could, he wants to end it in Washington. But I mean, they're not doing him any justice right now. I mean, he's been performing for a couple years now at all-star level, and they've just been losing, just not making the right moves. So I'm sure everyone's just like, get it, like just. Granted, yes, he signed the contract, but.
He thought
everybody can see,
because when he signed that, they were a playoff team though. They were in the playoffs. They were playing Atlanta. I don't know if you remember this play. That's when John Wall put it behind the back and dunked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had promised to be like, okay, like maybe we could do this.
Yeah, and then John Wall got hurt, and then all this stuff. So I mean, they just need to. I just want him to be able to have a chance to win something.
Yeah,
you know, or at least go far in the playoffs. You know, so
where you want to see him go?
Chicago, no, but but I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what team would make sense for him. You know, I feel like I would like to see him go to Portland, but I don't know how that would. I don't know how that would work out. They have to come off
CJ, and they're not coming off CJ.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't come off CJ.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't. Honestly, Portland. I mean, Dame, CJ, and Bradley Beal. That's I don't know.
I mean, if Bradley's coming off the bench,
that's not.
I don't know. One of them's gonna have to come off the bench. CJ can come off the bench.
He did it before for a while.
He's done to come off the bench. He's come off the bench before. I mean, that was just. I'm not saying that would work out like with the players and everything. I don't know what team would be a good fit for him.
If he went to the Lakers, oh my fucking gosh! I know you don't want that.
I'd be pissed, man. I mean, that'd be great for him, but it's just like it's like him going to the Nets. It's like okay, you know.
I think that's because honestly, I think the Nets got worse with that trade.
Do you think so?
Yeah, think about it, bro. You got James Harden. I thought the whole trade itself was whack. Because as the Nets, you gave up Taurean Prince, Karis LeVert, and Jared Allen for James Harden.
Mm.
Those three players, granted, KD and Kyrie were great, but those three players are your core players. Like, yeah, you still got Spencer Dinwiddie, who's hurt right now, but you gave up your defense and your bench to have three.
They're trying to win.
But my thing my thing is you had a chance to win with them because now you gave up Jared Allen, great interior defender, shot blocker, all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
The best teams in the league are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Denver, Milwaukee, Lakers, Philly. They all play in Portland. They all play with size. How are you gonna beat them? All they're gonna do is just kill you on the inside. The Nets have no one to guard AD or Joel Embiid for that matter.
Yeah, they really don't.
So, I mean, not saying those players are guardable anyway, but you have a better chance with DeAndre Jordan and Jared Allen. So, what sense does it make for you to trade away them and trade away some bench pieces just for you to have three ball dominant players on the wing, or like who like need the ball to score? Like what's the point? I mean, KD don't need it. Okay, KD can play off ball. He can catch and shoot, do whatever. But it's just like you gave up a lot for something that may or may not work out when you had something that you know was about to happen. Because Spencer Dinwiddie got hurt, you still had Karis LeVert. Granted, this trade kind of saved his life. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
Which is great. Good for him. I hope he gets better. But the trade itself to me just seemed mad unnecessary. If anything, Philly was a better fit. Philly didn't want to come off Ben Simmons. Shit. Deuces.
Yeah. Low key, man. I would have been like,
but they also wanted Tyrese Maxey too.
Yeah.
So I get maybe why they didn't move because he's raw.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think they wanted Matisse Thybulle too. Is what I may have heard. So that's a lot to come off of.
That is a lot.
And because Matisse,
any team was going to have to give up a lot for James Harden.
Yeah.
You're not going to give up one person or a pick for James Harden. So I mean, it doesn't really matter where he went. A lot of good players are going to have to leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a shitty situation for the team, but not just because it could work out if they are able to mesh and play well together. And right now, it doesn't really seem like they're playing well together, I guess, but they've been losing too.
They put up 150.
They've been losing too.
Did you see how many points they put up? They scored 147 points in regulation against Africa.
Wild. That's wild.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's wild, yeah, man. But like they're trying to win now, and I guess that they feel that was their best option. I mean, granted, they took away a lot of their size, but I mean, I don't know. But when bringing it back to Beal, I don't know.
Miami'd be nice. Because Tyler Hero, deuces. For Brad Beal and Jimmy Butler?
Miami would be nice. That would be a nice team. I wouldn't mind seeing that team, actually.
I wouldn't either.
I would not mind that.
Tyler Hero and whoever the fuck else. Not whoever the fuck else, but for Tyler Hero and whoever made maybe some picks or whatever, deuces.
I can see it.
Tyler Hero's nice and all that. Come on, bro. Bradley Beal.
I can see it.
In his prime, putting up 35 a game.
Yeah. I can only imagine how frustrating it is for Beal putting up 40 pieces here damn near every night and losing. I would just be like I'm doing everything I can do, you know. So I don't know, man. That's a tough situation. But I think the Wizards know that. I saw somewhere where they were saying that they're not going to send him anywhere he doesn't want to go.
That's respectable.
Which is respectable. You know, that's the least you could do.
Yeah.
The least you could do. I mean, so at least they're doing that. I mean, I'm sure we'll probably be hearing. Well, maybe not because. Depending on if Westbrook's back or not, you know, like they might turn around a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, Westbrook isn't
the same.
Not even that. I mean, it's more so like, you know what you're going to get out of Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? So you know what type of player he is. So he's not always going to be, he's not as consistent as others. So, I mean, I guess it depends on what he's trying to do. But I don't think Beal probably doesn't want to. If he does stay, I think it's going to be for this year. Finish this year out and leave, and I don't think anyone's gonna blame him, you know. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up trading him sometime soon, just to, you know, rebuild and get him somewhere where he could actually possibly win something. I just don't want to see him go to the Lakers, because it's like, of course, everyone's going to the fucking Lakers. So
the Lakers are, to me, I mean, Bron and AD are doing their thing. I think that when they let JaVale and Dwight walk, I think that may have hurt them because perimeter-wise, their team wasn't the best last year, but what saved them was that front court.
Yeah, so much size.
AD, Bron, JaVale, Dwight, like, fuck. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And they were killing teams on the inside. And I feel like had they kept those two, would it still beat up the perimeter? Oh, that'd be the perfect team.
Yeah.
Wes Matthews, KCP, Dennis Schroeder all play defense. And they can all shoot.
Yeah.
Bron can play point. Quinn Cook can play point. All three of them can play point. Well, I don't know Wesley Matthews plays point. But I know Caruso can play a little point in defense. So that'd be great along with Bron. And they got that Taylor Horton Tucker. That's a bad dude, bro.
Yeah, man. The Lakers got a lot of pieces, bro.
They do.
They always have a lot of pieces, man.
How would you feel if Zach LaVine went to the Lakers?
Be pissed. Be fucking pissed, bro.
I want us to
I mean, it'd be nice for him. But I'd be fucking pissed, bro. I'd be so pissed.
Only person I really, truly want... I mean, I want a lot of players to win, but the one person who I really want to win is D-Rose. I saw some, like... If he can trade to Lakers, I'm not going to get mad at that.
I wouldn't either.
That's the only person I'm not going to get mad at.
You are not an NBA fan if you don't want to see Derrick Rose win.
Facts.
If you don't want to see him win, you're not a real fan.
I agree.
Like, that's just plain and simple.
He deserves it the most out of anybody.
Anybody in the league. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you're talking about.
Just to
he deserves it most.
Finals.
Just something, man. Something, just give him...
Past the conference finals.
Give him a ring, man.
Something, bro.
But yeah. He needs to get out of Detroit.
Because if he went to the Lakers, that'd be great.
Yeah, easily. Like, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it. I think he would contribute immediately, bro. But I mean, I guess we'll see. But I hope he gets up to Detroit soon.
Yeah, that's a
mess.
And what's going on with Blake Griffin? He is not like, I mean, granted, I think the roles changed.
Didn't he just had a decent game?
He had a decent game, but like, I guess I'm used to, the games I saw before that was like 13 points, 15 points, 10 points, which is decent, but it's not like Blake Griffin. We saw him like the Clippers,
some people
when he
saying,
first got to Detroit.
Yeah, some people are saying he's declining. I mean, it might be his leg. I know his leg's like fucked.
He's very injury prone.
Very injury prone. It sucks, but I don't know, man. I mean, some people not every player is supposed to last forever.
Facts.
You know, and
especially if you rely on athleticism.
Exactly. But the thing with Blake Griffin is at least for me, I've seen him. You obviously you've seen this too. He's improved his skill.
He can shoot.
He's not just a dunker anymore. Because when he came in the league, I think like a lot of people were just like, oh, he's just high flyer, lob city, blah blah blah. But he's definitely obviously improved his game to incorporate more than just jumping. Because, I mean, he probably knows, like, damn, like, I'm not going to be able to do this forever because his leg's not going to let him do it forever. So I got to be able to contribute some other ways. And he's done that. I just don't know what's going on this season. But hopefully, just like with Westbrook, I mean, he just have that pretty good game. So hopefully he's kind of getting back in rhythm. Maybe he wasn't 100%, you know. So we'll see. But I mean, I don't know what's going on with Blake right now. But it could just be scenery too. I mean, it probably is pretty depressing playing in Detroit right now, just knowing like nothing's really gonna happen.
I want to see him get out of there.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. I don't know where he would go. Again, Miami would be a nice place to play Griffin.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for teams like that. Not Miami, but just teams where it's like they're just bad teams. Nobody wants to come there. Nobody like players get drafted to them. They're like, fuck, like it must really suck just to, just not have a desirable team at all. And I feel like there's a couple teams out there, Detroit being one of them right now. At least they were good back in the day, obviously, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. They're just not doing anything at all.
And it's different if you're losing, but you're competing like the Bulls. Like they're one game under 500, and
and then a lot of the games they lost, they could have won.
Close.
They could have won. They were down by like a basket.
Right. They're a way better team than what they were last year. They're playing harder.
Super big, extreme, huge improvements. That's the thing. That's why I don't really see any players leaving, at least unless they're traded by the team themselves. But I don't see Zach LaVine the one. Like I think just seeing the improvement from last year to this year, even though we're not winning a bunch of games, but just how close the games are, how competitive we are with these really good teams, you know, just the changes that have been made within the organization, the coaching, all that stuff. You can clearly see that the atmosphere and the culture of that team is changing. You know what I'm saying? For the better. So I think a lot of players are like, okay. And the thing is, I definitely didn't. It'd be great for them to make the 8th seed, but I didn't expect them to go to the finals this year. You know what I'm saying? But in the next year, a couple of years from now, you know, because if you think about I think the Bulls have like one of the youngest teams. Period. I'm pretty sure I heard there's a I don't know what team. There's a college team that is average is older than the Bulls, which is wild.
That's crazy.
So I mean, a couple years of like just figuring things out and making constant improvements, I think is okay. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of those players are just like, I'm in it. You know, let's do this, and like I want to win in Chicago because Chicago, even though they're not good, like it's still Chicago. At the end of the day, you got legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking city. It's the second city. So I mean, you got New York, LA, and you got Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So people are still gonna want to come here. And now that we're actually decent and we're able to win a couple games, then now it's like okay, like we might be able to pull some people in, some stars from here or there, or some big help pieces. Like I think we could actually really turn it around. I think we have turned it around. You know, like I said, we're not winning hella games right now, but those games are decided by a call here or there, or a basket here or there, you know. So like those games we could easily be over 500 right now, just with a couple tweaks. You know what I'm saying? So then I think they know that, you know. But last year we'd be getting blown out. Like the atmosphere would have been trash, the coaching would have been trash. But that's all changed. So it's just really dope to see competitive Chicago basketball again.
Coach Billy Donovan, Florida's own. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Man. So I was so geeked when I found out that we hired him, and when I found out that just the Bulls organization damn was just doing a reset.
They're up top too.
Yeah. And I was like, thank God. I mean, everybody was like, every Bulls fan was just like, about fucking time.
I think even non-Bulls fans was like,
yeah, like right, bro, because they were just so trash. They were just making the worst decisions. I mean, they were ruining players. Like Markkanen regressed last year because his role in the team was made on only to okay, now you're just gonna stand around the perimeter and wait for a pass. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. Boylan didn't even want him to drive into the basket, put the ball on the ground, nothing. So now you can see him. He's changed a bit more. He's been a little more aggressive. He just had I think like a 31-point game the other day or some shit like that. So like he's, you know, there's improvements. And I trust that the organization is going to make, you know, the smart trades, smart moves in, you know, this coming season, this coming off season, next year. And I think in the next year, 2-3 years, we're going to actually be some like, oh, okay, the Bulls are good.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, because Zach LaVine's a fucking dog. Man, all-star.
Fucking better.
If he's not an all-star this year, he should have been one last year. But the Bulls weren't winning. But I think
Kevin Love was on the Timberwolves, and that shit was horrible.
I know.
And he was an all-star the whole time, so that's bullshit.
Yeah, I know, man.
I personally think all-star voting, I mean...
It's stupid, bro.
I think it's dumb as hell.
It's not... When it's fan voting, it's really fucking
biased.
dumb. It's really dumb,
It's biased as fuck. I think it should be up to a committee of either former players, maybe not current players, or just coaches.
Yeah.
Let the coaches decide. You cannot play for a player. You can't vote for a player on your own team. Let a committee of people who know what the fuck talking about decide.
I'd rather that than us, or maybe just have a day where we can vote, but not relying on us to pick the players. Because then Taco, I don't think he got picked, but like,
he got. Zaza Pachulia got fucking votes.
Yeah, it's just like,
really, nigga.
Come on, like,
and on top of that, D Book missed it last year.
And the thing is, granted, the guard position is pretty stacked, so it's hard to like.
But
if you're leaving out Booker, who you put Booker in, who you taking out?
Let me see who.
You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. I mean, even like when I voted this year for when I voted this year for just All Stars on East and West, it was tough. I mean, obviously I was picking Zach LaVine as one of them, but I mean, I'm looking at the other options. I'm like, damn, like. Who's picking this? Who's taking the second spot? Because there's a lot of people that I'd be like, okay, yeah, you can fit in this. But I mean, hey,
let me see. So in the West, it was Luka. For starting in the West, it was Luka, James, Harden, Kawhi, AD, and Bron. Okay, cool. Now the reserves. For the West reserves are Russell Westbrook, Rudy Gobert, Brandon Ingram, Dame, Chris Paul, Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell. So, in that way, is it an issue of... Because obviously, those are all fair picks.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at those. But is it the way the system is being done as to why D Book didn't get on there?
I don't know, man. That's the thing. Like, it's... I think there's obvious picks for certain positions, But at the same time, when a certain position is just stacked with talent... and any one of them could make a case to be an all-star, it's just a lot harder. Then that's when it turns to a popularity contest almost. But then I don't really know, man. I don't know. I mean, I do agree with you, though, that it really shouldn't be up to us to pick the all-stars. It should be off of damn near performance. Like, who's just doing the best? Who's performing the best? And they should just be the all-star, But I don't know, man.
Oh, wow. Devin Booker did get a reserve last year. But it says Rep 1. What does Rep 1 mean? I thought he didn't get picked last year.
I think someone got injured, or he was like replaced somebody last year. I'm not
Maybe
really
that's
sure.
what it was. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So now I like what they do with the All-Star draft. I like that. How they get the draft players.
Oh yeah.
Cabins. I like that. I like that. It makes it a little bit more competitive. I fuck with that. And I like what they did last year with like the game. I don't know if we're gonna get a game last year. Oh yeah, Devin Booker was Dame Lillard's replacement. Cool.
There we go.
I'm okay with that. But I think upcoming this year. I know he's out right now with his hammy, but I like him to get like he's in there. He's like, because we know he's in there type shit.
Right.
So last year in the East, it was Kemba Walker, Trae Young, Giannis, Pascal, and Joel Embiid to start.
Zach LaVine definitely could have been in that, bro.
Over Kemba?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, over Kemba, Zach LaVine definitely could have been in there, bro.
Or Kyle Lowry for that matter. Or Chris Middleton. Yeah, get Chris Middleton. No disrespect, get Chris Middleton the fuck out of here. Well, he's considered a forward. Zach's considered a guard. But
yeah,
whatever. All right, last thing I want to get to, man. Tom Brady's legacy. I'm not gonna lie. For a while, I knew Tom Brady's obviously like one great. But when he was in New England, I was like, is he only benefiting from this system?
Mm-hmm.
Is he only a system? We can't call Tom Brady a system quarterback. That's disrespectful. But is he only benefiting? Is he just a really good player in a really good system instead of just being as great as we think he is? But him going to this whole new system and going back to the Super Bowl, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was waiting for. I mean that's what I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but when I was talking to people about it, I was saying like this is what's gonna prove whether he's as good as people say he is, or whether it was a system is if he's able to bring the Tampa Bay to the Super Bowl or you're even close to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. He brought him back to the Super Bowl. So clearly, I mean, it's pretty obvious he's an amazing quarterback. He arguably, if not the best, one of the best. I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're looking at and who you want to pick as the best. But I mean, yeah, he kind of cemented his legacy if it wasn't already cemented. I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's Tom Brady, So, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely shut up all the doubters for sure. Granted, his team was stacked
Of course.
Again, you know, that's yeah.
Rob
so
comes
like,
out of retirement. I'm like, Rob, he's finna come out of retirement to go play with his boy. Tom.
yeah. So I mean, again, you know, I mean, put him on the Bears. He's doing the same thing. I don't know, but stacked team. But at the same time, he's the one that's throwing the ball. So yeah, man, he's a great quarterback. He's amazing. Great quarterback.
I've always thought Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady, even though Tom Brady has more rings. I feel like in football, getting to the Super Bowl is so much out of your control.
It is, man. I mean,
if you compare basketball and football, right? In basketball, if you're a player dominant, you can control both sides of the court.
Yeah.
In football, you can't control defense if you're the quarterback.
Exactly.
So they're gonna knock you for not having a ring. Like, it's not always.
Is that my fault? But I could have had 100% completion. I hit all my receivers in their hands. They're dropping passes. How is this my fault?
I could have threw 8 touchdowns for 600 yards and not missed
exactly.
A pass,
But as a quarterback, you gotta take you get the blame. You know, which sucks. But it's like I can only imagine